Silverstone, 1978, the 250cc Motorcycle World Championship. This is the biggest motorcycle race of Ted Henter's career. Ranked 8th in the world, the opportunity to become world champion is in his grasp. Yet, this career-defining moment was not to be.
A St. Petersburg man was on the fast track to becoming a renowned international motorcycle racer. But everything came to a screeching halt when he was in a terrible car accident that left him blind.
Because of this one moment, life for blind people would never be the same again.
JAWS 5.0.
Job access with speech.
The world-leading screen reader called JAWS.
Job access with speech.
Hey, it's Sharky.
7 years later, in 1985, Ted was really fed up one day at work, not being able to use the same tech as his sighted colleagues. There was a few screen readers that he was using at the time, but they all worked on proprietary software. Frustrated, he got to work in coding a solution. JAWS, a program that read aloud everything on his computer screen, and most importantly, it worked with mainstream software. I know you're probably wondering, why did he name it JAWS? Why? I was wondering this for ages too, but apparently it turns out that there was a competitor program around at the time called Flipper. The film JAWS had just been released, and this inspired Ted to name his program after the deadly beast, as sharks eat flippers. Quite punny actually. But why did JAWS change the landscape of blind tech over any other product on the market? The use of macros was groundbreaking. This allowed JAWS users to customize the user interface to make programs more accessible when they may not have been. But more importantly and crucially, JAWS was one of the first screen readers on the brand new operating system, Microsoft Windows 3.1.
In this video, you're going to see the future.
So, you've used Microsoft.
Today we're going to add some colour and spice to your life by looking at Microsoft Windows.
In the year 2000, Ted merged his company, Henter with Arkenstone and Blazy Engineering, two other leading blind tech companies, to form Freedom Scientific. In 2021, Freedom Scientific are still leaders in the blind tech world under the banner of Vispero, who are our lovely sponsors for today's video. You guys know that this channel is all about how independent I can be as a blind woman. I have harnessed tech to really work for me, and without tech I wouldn't be the woman I am today, and JAWS has been a massive part of my sight loss journey. I have been using JAWS for, oh my gosh, 8 years now. Sharky, command search.
Search for JAWS commands dialog.
I personally love JAWS in the work setting. I first used JAWS when I was at school, and then I studied at law school, and I read loads and loads of documents, loads and loads of case studies with JAWS. I think when you read a law book at 500 words per minute, you're kind of sorted. I think that really cemented me using voices at 100% and screen synthesizers at 100%. So yeah, that was a time. And then I went on to work at the BBC and trained as a journalist. And JAWS is just the standard software there that all of the BBC engineers load onto your work laptop. So that was when I really did get to grips with using JAWS every single moment of my work day, and it really was where I started to just know the shortcuts properly off pat. Now I am my own business owner and I use JAWS all the time to read documents. Sharky, OCR file.
A guide to the pronunciation of
Woo! It's made my PDF accessible! This is so cool! PDFs aren't usually accessible! Reply to emails, just access my computer like anyone else would, and it gives me the independence and freedom to basically have tech at my fingertips. I have always been a gal that loves tech From a very, very young age, me and my dad would sit at the computer together and he would teach me everything he knew. He is a technical author by trade, so he knows the ins and outs of the computer, knows how to put one together, take one apart. He codes for a living, so he really does know everything about it, and he's kind of transferred his knowledge to me and my sister over the years. My dad was an early adopter of everything, so I just remember getting one of the first Wii consoles in the whole entire UK. Like, he was that kind of guy. So when I first lost my eyesight, I was really like quite traumatized to go back on a computer because I couldn't see it anymore. You know, everything that I sort of knew and had learnt about the PC was different. I had to learn loads of new keyboard shortcuts, and to be honest, learning JAWS and having resources out there like JAWS to just learn and pick up when I was ready to, when I was able to kind of put aside the grief and loss of being able to see the computer, JAWS was there for me. People in the past, like Ted, wouldn't have had the luxury like I did to know that there's something out there that makes life so much easier to be independent. At the beginning of my sight loss journey, I did just use JAWS loaded onto my laptop and I was away, but now I have learned about loads of different blind tech options that I have, and it has led me to the Focus 14 Blue, which I absolutely adore. It's just a lovely, cool bit of tech and is an amazing Braille display. Honestly, I'm so thankful that Freedom Scientific exists, because otherwise I would definitely be writing on one of these still. I think the Iliad was written on one of these guys.
Okay then.
I am so happy that I don't have to use the Perkins Brailler all the time, and this is in my life. It's my little pal in my handbag. You can Bluetooth it to your iPhone, and bob's your bob, you're suddenly reading loads and loads of Braille. I read books on this. I'm just going to pair my Focus 14 to my iPhone. All you have to do is go into your settings and then accessibility. And then voiceover. Then you just scroll down to the Focus 14. There we go, double tap. To pair, just type in the code that's in your manual. Double tap on pair.
Back button.
There we go, did you hear that noise? That's the pairing sound. Now I'm going to use my right nav rocker to navigate my iPhone screen.
Ignore Braille, word turn page, show on equation, status cells.
I don't need the screen, so I'm just going to do a 3-finger triple tap to turn screen curtain on.
Screen curtain on.
Also, if you don't want your voiceover voice, just turn speech off, 3-finger double tap.
Speech off.
Now you can just read your screen with the Braille display. You can probably see the cells changing as I navigate. Also my text messages and all sorts of stuff, because you can actually turn the speech off on your iPhone, and then this pops into life and everyone's not hearing all your text messages, which I think is quite cool. Now I'm just going to type a message back to Ollie Bobs with the keys. .6.
Captain A-E-Y space V-S-A-O-U-L-D space A-O-E-Y full stop.
And I've just written, they should, honey. And to send is just the enter key.
Send message.
Now I'm going to answer a call with my Braille display.
Incoming call. Ollie Redheart. Answer.
Okay, it says incoming call. In order to navigate the screen, I'm just going to use my right nav rocker.
Answer.
And there you go, you're scanning the screen as normal with voiceover. But to answer, alternatively, you can use your right selector key. I'm going to use that now.
Hello, George.
Hello, honey. In the same room calling. And now to end the call, I'm just going to click the same button again, the right selector key. And there we go. If you like the products that I've mentioned in this video as much as I do, please click the link in the description and head on over to the Freedom Scientific website. I always preach about the importance of Braille. I use it all of the time. It's been so important to punctuate my sentences, get the right spelling. When I'm writing emails and documents, it's just amazing. And if only one person sees this video and starts to learn Braille because of me and what I do do, I would be such a happy girly, because it's so important. I don't want it to be a dying language. It's so important to maintain your literacy when you're blind. Maybe set a challenge for yourself, like connect this up with Bluetooth to your iPhone, turn speech off with voiceover in your accessibility settings, and just have a go with it. See if you can navigate your phone with this. There is a piece of tech out there for everyone, and there's always going to be something that you prefer, and possibly what works for one task in your line of work may not work for others, and it's just about having every bit of tech underneath your fingertips so you can choose. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like what I do here. Hit the bell if you want to see more from me and get a notification every time I upload, and I will see you very soon for a new one. Bye guys.